title. No time to idle. I'm finna get it, put that on the Bible. This is survival. Gotta treat every move made like the final. One by a mile. Nobody believe it, they all in denial. Look at me, look at me. Still in the show, that's the crook in me. They want me gone with the hook in me. Asking why is he here like I shouldn't be. I've been on grind since Otto. 10,000 hours the motto. They see the bag is coming out, they flocking to me like I won the lotto. Dancing with the devil, there's no recital. I'm killing competition, ain't no revival. I shoot it to kill it, I'm aiming for vitals. I'm showing no mercy when facing my rivals. Snakes in the grass, they getting exposed. I know they be lurking, I'm watching them close. Acting like friends, but really they foes. Saw they be scheming and said adios. Get it, don't mindset. Ay, back with a vengeance, back on the grinds, back to the business. Ay, God is my witness, they watching my moves like shows they binging. Ay, best keep distance, all of my haters send best of wishes. I get to the bag with the quickness, no I don't need no assistance. No, yeah, no playing it safe. I said let's get it, you say not today. What can I say? You ain't gon' go for it, get out the way. Got no time to waste. Can't be with me if you're not at my pace. You're not at my level, you're not in my race. One foot on the gas, I'm pushing the brakes. Dancing with the devil, there's no recital. I'm killing competition, ain't no revival. I shoot it to kill it, I'm aiming for vitals. I'm showing no mercy when facing my rivals. Snakes in the grass, they getting exposed. I know they be lurking, I'm watching them close. Acting like friends, but really they foes. Saw they be scheming and said adios. Yeah. Get it, don't mindset. I gotta get it, don't mindset. I gotta get it, don't mindset. Here we go. Back again, same scenario. Win, 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 win. 4-6, we like 10 and 0. I should probably tell them something that they didn't know. Back then we was down with nowhere to go. Might have been down, but we didn't fall. Now we running it like some intervals. Ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gon' do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when I come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gon' do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when we come through you. Ooh, shut down. Ooh, shut down. Ooh, give me that crown. I need that now, right now. Ooh, don't make a sound. This is my time. You hear the crowd. Hey, we need that rain. Me and my team. Deja vu. This here a dream. We done all seen 100 times over back when we was just teens. Now we going dumb. Told them we the one. They would count us out. Now we counting up the funds. Now without a doubt, they be throwing up the ones. Like they was always rapping. Now believe them if you want. Now they show love. Came with a dub. It is what it is. It isn't what it was. They all love to hate when it don't work out. Tell you that they always been down when it does. Look. Say, ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gon' do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when we come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gon' do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when we come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Time. We on a conquest. Came a long way. Look at the progress. I see no competition. It ain't no contest. You ain't in discussion. Not even a prospect. Yeah, you better go and get to meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Might as well call the league up. Tell them put the trophy on reservation. Been going up, that's elevation. No holding back, no preservation. Treat off season like postseason. No days off, this dedication.
Game time.
Don't expect us to play nice. We got plans to take every record home. One thing you should know is how to. Yeah, you better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, no holding back, no preservation, no off days, this dedication. Time. Get out the way, we coming through. Check the hang time. Been on top, ain't nothing new. A lot of talk, whole lot of noise, but ain't cutting through. Word on roll, you got a couple L's, you'll have another soon, don't sweat. Whole lot of sacrifice, no regrets. Whole lot of dubs, but ain't done yet. Say you the one, but ain't one yet. Running the game, ain't take one step. Hold up. Yeah, all emotions aside. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line? Game time. Don't expect us to play nice. We got plans to take every record home. One thing you should know is how to. Yeah, you better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line? Came for the dirt, but it ain't no shame. Had to put the work in, grind day by day. All the blood, sweat, tears, no pain, no gain. I was ready for the moment and it came my way. Where the spotlight shine, where they say my name. It's the life I chose, the price I paid. A lot of sacrifices, every day I prayed. Hope it all pays off in the end. I'll play, I wanna win. Seen a lot of things, ain't been the same since. Worked too hard for this, yeah, I'm convinced. Been on the brink, yeah, been on the fence. Now I'm this close to the win, win, win. When the chance came, now I didn't turn back. Loyal to the city, put the team on the map. Up to the floor, start running up stats. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, you better go and start meditating. Yeah, we coming for you, no hesitation. Look. Yeah, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. How you gon' play when the game on the line?
I gotta get it, I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for.
Okay, Dad, let's get that rating up.
The game has some sort of power over me.
He went from rickety old man to some kind of superhero overnight.
Some questionable dance moves.
What are you doing?
I'm just pressing some buttons.
What is the secret?
Playing a lot of Madden.
Fantasy Football, original movie streaming November 25th.
I got my butt back. What?
On Paramount Plus.
It's Tuesday night gaming, baby.
If I'm in the game, I'ma be the best, nothing less. Come on.
The regular season is now in the rear-view mirror, but we got to figure out how exactly we got all the way here, getting ready for the playoffs on this beautiful Tuesday night. It's time for NFL Tuesday Night Gaming, and we're going to get a very special look at all of the series that led to the teams that have made it to the playoffs, how they actually got there, how dominant their performances were, and now we're going to figure out who has the best chance moving forward into the playoffs to be able to take the whole thing down. I'm going to be more excited to look at some of the best moments that we've seen on these Tuesday nights.
Yeah, I'm super excited because we will get into it a little bit more, but it was a very, very close tie. And we're going to find out which team made into that fourth spot.
Yeah, I mean, at the very end there, right, when we actually start digging through it, there were definitely ups and downs, which we're gonna see. But ultimately, it all came down to the last day. There were like a million different tie scenarios that happened. Basically, every scenario by the end of the night that could have happened was a tie. It just depended. Was it going to be a first-place tie? Was it going to be a second? Was it going to be a third? We knew that there were going to be ties. And I'm excited to actually see how that unfolded and actually start to look back now with the eyes that we do have. Because I think going into it, it would have been pretty hard for us to predict how important Fall Guys was going to be or how important Rocket League was going to be. But now that we've gotten to see all of the regular season, we're going to be able to look at some of those games and some of those matchups with fresh eyes and all of that information.
Yeah, and also just the different combination of games kind of changed the different outcomes, right? There were some times where Rocket League was the main determining factor. Other times it was Fortnite. Other times it was Fall Guys. So it was never like clear based upon each competition which game was going to be like that main important one that's going to help the team advance.
Yeah, you know, with what you mentioned, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, the first week was Rocket League and Fortnite, right? So that's going to be a lot different from the very heavy Fall Guys gameplay that we saw a little bit later on. But for anybody who hasn't actually had the opportunity to watch all of the regular season, the way that it did work was we had 2 series per week. Actually, a few of them we even had 3. And then we started to have the Madden show matches as well. But the one thing that was consistent the entire time, every single game was worth 1 point, and you were trying to grab those points to go to the playoffs.
And let's see how much those points matter and take a look at the current standings. Oh, wow! Incognito finally made it up, starting with number 1 position, OTK, 2, The Rain, 3, Complexity Gaming, and last but not least, Incognito. Incognito has grinded away for several series to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah, so as you guys can see at home, 5 across the board for the bottom 3 teams. That was where the tie ended up being. You know, you have a few different things happen in a few of those series, and that tie could have been in first place as well. What ends up happening, though, with the tiebreaker, it does actually go down to those head-to-head matchups and some of the things that happened earlier in the season. So some of these games that we see from Incognito, that is the reason that they got here. That is the reason, not necessarily the points, but the fact that the head-to-head went well is the reason that they were able to leapfrog those other teams that had 5 points.
And also the fact that throughout most of NFL Tuesday Night Gaming, it was actually fairly close point-wise. It was only within the last, 2 series that OTK advanced even tremendously to secure that number 1 spot, while the other ones, it was just a difference of 1 to 2 points.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes down to the format as well, right? You're in a scenario where if you split points, you're still grabbing 1 each. So a lot of the teams that had stronger performances, they were always splitting. OTK didn't really come out and get a donut very often. They would split. Maybe somebody wouldn't be as good on the team side of things in like a Rocket League, but individually would be very good at Fall Guys. And I think that that's what we're going to see as we start to look back at these series. Some of the squads were very good at least splitting, and we're going to get to jump in right now to week number 1, and we can actually start looking at some of these games. Do you remember which teams played week 1?
Oh man, it was the early days. Okay, well look at that. X-Set versus Complexity. Okay, so this was a fascinating one because I think that during this first series, people were still learning about the new format, learning about the games that they're going to be playing, and I feel like this was kind of like in the early beginnings where people didn't really understand how to play Rocket League, or they did, they may not have been so, acute at Fortnite. It was later on in the weeks that go that people were like, okay, I got to get skillful at this. So this was kind of like just seeing people's just general understandings of all the video game titles that they're playing.
Yeah, I think that when you talk about Rocket League in particular too, it was like one of those things where you kind of felt like just assuming the format, you'd come out, maybe drop it, and it wouldn't be that impactful to the team. And yet more and more people did have to focus up on it. Oh man, I remember this series so well. I'm actually excited for the Incognito and the Rain series a lot because this was one of those head-to-head matchups when you had a Fortnite week and you had two people who were, they're known for being good at VRs going head-to-head. And it ended up being really funny because no spoilers. I mean, it happened week 1, but Aiden came out and kind of cooked Nick. And Nick was getting a little bit tilted, which was fun to watch. I've known Nick now for I feel like I've known Nick for, it's probably been like 10 years. Wow. So, and it's not very often that you see him tilt in that way. So it was cool to see what Aiden was able to do. But we're actually going to get to watch some of these best moments that happened all the way back at week 1 and see why we got to where we're at now. We got to talk about all of the different games that are going to be played. We talked about what they are playing for as well, but it's the moment that we've been waiting for. The first game of the day. Let's look up the players that are going to make up X-Set.
Oh my God!
And it looks like we are already into the game. In fact, completely missing doing a flip over, and it's going to go in!
There we go. We'll see if he can transition it in for a goal. That's an easy one again. 2-0 on the board. Here we go. It's game 2. Complexity. Blaze, I think Complexity might get this. Oh, it's a self-goal.
Line that ball up.
Oh, it's getting scary. I think Chama's coming out of nowhere. Oh!
Yeah, Susu is a no gamer, Rich, and you know what? Susu is going down. She's really good at these games, but Xavier and I have been talking, and we are amazing at Madden. We play a lot of Madden together, so I think we're going to win.
It's going to be OTK with the ball on their opponent's side of the map. But, you got Brian Dawkins. You got Deion Dawkins ain't playing around. Trying to get the score for his team. He's going to take the angle.
Oh, Miskiff with the goal! The side of sudden threat in their goal line. Going to try to find that positioning. Miskiff again with the second. Actually, forget about that because we are getting into our first game of our third series. This is Incognito taking on the Rain.
MVS is going to get this ball into enemy territory. Oh, that's a score all day.
Oh!
Aiden juggling as well. Nick going to redirect it.
That's a shot. That's a shot. Oh!
Where's our
one more Helix? 30 seconds left on the clock. Rain
this is looking good for the Rain here. 18 seconds. They missed the shot. But they don't miss that one.
All right, and here we go into game 2 of this best of 3.
To make a solid play on their opponent's side of the map, but that's a great shot.
Oh, that's close. That's in.
Oh, my God. Great position for the Rain. Naden with a good bounce on that one. That was a solid shot from Helix.
Left on the clock. A-Raw shoots towards his own goal. Oh, no. 3 points here. Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Oh, that's
the ball
easy.
Goes even closer into Incognito's goal, and another point for Aiden up on the board. 4-0 is now the score for the Rain against Incognito.
He's circling around. Oh, Aiden with the timing. He says as soon as he shoots it out, I'm just going to go for it. Here we go. MVS got Aiden down. This is good here for the Mercs fam. Yo, some foolery is going on here.
Hey, yo, Aiden.
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 Oh,
Rich gets the shot off on him.
Yo, he's chasing. Oh my God! Yeah, practice whatever.
Brady practicing, man.
Okay, Rich! Rich is goated! Rich is goated!
Yeah, it only took somebody else to play video games for me to actually look like I was good at video games. I used to be pretty darn good at Fortnite, but Aiden is just an absolute freak. And I forgot, we started talking about it at the beginning of the show, the fact that Nick got tilted. I forgot that he got tilted because Aiden was randomly insane at Rocket League.
Yeah.
That was when it started. Aiden just came out. He's at 4-0 to start things off.
Oh, no, that was very impressive. I think that kind of began the conversations that we've had on the shows where it's like, just because you know someone for a different genre like Battle Royales or FPSs, it doesn't mean that they may not be good at other games, because even though in their content you'll see that they're focused on a specific title or genre, that it doesn't mean that they don't play other games.
There are certain people too, and like Aiden is very much one of them. Emaru's actually one of them as well, that they're just like baseline insane at games. Like they'll pick something up, they might have never played it.
Just figure it out.
But they're just so good right out of the gate. And you know, some of the other people like that are like Soda Pop and like certain people that just play a lot of, I think it's more of the variety streamers who tend to do it, and then sometimes really insane FPS players will do it as well.
Yeah, and also with week 1 too, what we saw was obviously the beginnings of NFL Tuesday Night Gaming, but some of those NFL players that initiated and started on week 1 later on ended up coming back, which we will check out later on. But before we get there, let's take a look at the week 2 lineup.
All right, now S-Fan, you talk about people coming back on the show a lot. S-Fan was here like 30 times. He loved it. S-Fan, I'm trying to remember if this was actually the week. I think this was the week that he actually flew out.
He was here, yes, he was.
He actually, he stayed at my place that night, and he was talking about it the entire night. He was like, yeah, I made so many new friends, dude. It was great, man. So S-Fan, you know, he does a tailgate tour every single week. He loves football, so coming out for him, I know was a really cool moment. This was a great matchup as well.
No, this absolutely was. I think that once we got into week 2, we started to see that people were like, okay, this is the format, this is how it's gonna go. And then it was also great to see the variety of just different content creators, and then also the NFL players. I believe week 2 was when they started to step up a lot.
They definitely, but this was also, this matchup was, and this started to happen a lot, 2 content creators that were friends going head-to-head.
Oh, yes.
And it's just so enjoyable to see people who have a history of playing games against each other getting to go head-to-head. And also, big shout-out, Noko coming through this week. He actually drove me home after the show. So, great car as well. It was a lot of fun, and he told me that he's going to teach me how to drive. So we'll see if he still does that. Great gamer.
Yeah, and it was also great to see Avery as well. I mean, Avery, you know, is known for playing so many different FPSs, but her and Noko were probably like the least competitive group out of all of it. They were just like, oh yeah, hi, we're competing. Oh, that's so nice. And I was like, guys, this is a competition. Like, make it be serious. But they were so nice. But it just shows you that like everyone was just simply having fun, no matter how competitive they were.
Yeah, I don't know Avery as well, but Noko, that is so Noko. Like,
yeah, he was just like, oh.
Very, very good. Can win tournaments. I've watched Noko win a lot of tournaments, but he just shows up and he's like, hey, how's everybody doing today? You guys want to all hang out? But let's actually jump in, get to see some of the best moments that came out of all 3 of those games. I am very excited to actually get tonight started and welcome the teams onto the stage.
Game number 1, OTK versus Incognito. And Orlando's going to be player 3. They're going to go in order off the sides.
Yes, sir. Oh, nice. Yes, sir. Nice. Dude, we're did it.
Incognito finally getting the ball towards the OTK goal, and there's the shot. And player 6 going to be Blau. Much distance, and that one is looking good. Blau's trying to save it, and
wait a minute. Are you guys Goldfish fans out there? If you know me, I love my gummy bears.
Oh,
okay,
Blau. Blau finally finding a goal for Incognito. So close. 1 second left. The
ball. It seems like they got their guns and they are going to finally be on the hunt. We'll see if they can find anybody. Gunshots have been fired.
Currently following Blau's pursuit. perspective, goes ahead, gets some shots down. And here we go, we see Blau trying to snipe down yet another opponent.
Got some shots for both teams happening. As we see here, for all that organic cover that you can find is so useful for you and your squad. And they're gonna find kill 16. All right, so I'm excited for that one. But on the flip side, for Luminosity,
in fourth match so far, we do see a little bit. And here is the goal that we have. Armani making
strong hit from Armani once again. The strike is there. He's not too far off, especially when it comes down
to
the
that's good.
Already a quick score, and that's what you needed. Towers, as we know, everyone loves this location, and gunshots already firing off. They're looking for those kills, and they'll get their first one on the board already, or not, where she can res.
So Tra can get herself into this firefight and try to take him out. She finds the snipe. I feel like the snipe.
Armani dumping on him. It's getting wild. There you go. Armani putting some shots in.
Bailey gonna run right past, needs to find a little bit more ammo as she shotguns the random player to the face.
They just want to make sure they can get themselves in the zone. Complexity is making this look simple.
Zone continuing to close in. They still have opposing. But it doesn't matter. It looks like Noko gonna try to take another shot, and I am JT Gray.
We good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. No, we got this.
Man, talk. Oh my God, they did it again. Adrian got a little touch. That was a good bump
JT,
from
that's
Adrian.
a good shot.
That's it.
Perspective of Payne and JT. Can he line it up? Goes
Payne! Brings the hurt on over towards X set. So well for top 5 in rushing yards, but he can't get down the field in time, as Payne's gonna just walk that one in as he looks at his opponents from behind.
All right, we're gonna toss it up to the casters to get ready for some Fortnite.
These alleyways behind him. Going to pull out this
towards the side of the ring and see what they're working with. And I see a lot of kills. Love to check out these
currently in the
guys.
middle of a firefight. Find someone here taking shots. It looks like Adrian is going to be able to help pick up that kill right there. And is that Ariana Grande? Get her, Avery. Get her. Say thank you next and take out that ponytail girl of the timer. And now all we have to do is figure out who is our winner.
Just wait for that beat to drop, for the colors to come out. You know, there it goes. Don't. It's the rain coming out on top. 10-6.
Man, it is great getting to just go down memory lane. I mean, we're sitting here watching all these, remembering everything that happened behind the scenes as well. It's just great to actually start to get the juices flowing, get the hamster running around the wheel, and be like, oh man, I remember that week. That was great. And starting to see all the competitors who, like, S-Fan in particular, right? S-Fan came back multiple times, and I'm pretty sure it's week 3 where we start to maybe see some of the NFL legends who started to come back time and time again as well.
Yeah, and I also believe we had a different Fortnite format for that week specifically. Before, I believe we switched it up slightly for that week. Before then we went back to the previous mode from week 1.
We changed Fortnite a few times, whether it was like going to be a one, like kind of like a head-to-head between the people we were playing, or whether it was going to be a pub stomp. So those were the 2 different formats. And yeah, I think that week in particular,
I think it was a pub stomp.
That went to pub stomp, and I think we stayed there after that. I think that you're right that we went back at one point. The first head-to-head was Nick versus Aiden. And that was hilarious. And then I think there was one more week where they maybe did that. And I think Tectone was playing that week, if I remember correctly. And then it went back to Pub Stomp all the way. So it has been cool to see the different skills that have been tested.
Oh, no, it definitely has. And then just to see the different modes within the games themselves and like the little bit of changes and tweaks. And it also gives viewers a little bit of an insight into just how you put programs like this together. You're going to modify, you're going to slightly change, you're going to address things sometimes in real time, sometimes off. We've even previously have shown behind the scenes footage, if you guys tune into previous weeks, about what it takes to put this whole show together.
Yeah, and it is really cool as well, though, when you have a format where every single game counts for a point. Because it does allow every single moment, all of the different skills, to be worth something to actually get to the playoffs.
Yeah, and also to add a little more special flavor to today's recap, this whole thing is sponsored by Paramount Plus original movie Fantasy Football. It's about Callie, who has a unique bond with her dad, who's an NFL running back. She discovers the ability to control his play on the field using EA Sports Madden 23. When she plays the game, he changes from a turnover-prone journeyman into a star. Man, I wish that happened in real life. Can Callie keep her powers a secret? Well, you can check it out by streaming Fantasy Football now exclusively on Paramount Plus, and head on over to ParamountPlus.com/fantasyfootball to try it for free. That would actually be really, really cool if you had the ability to have someone else literally control you as a character to make you better at your job.
I wish I could control everybody in OTK, and then maybe they would actually be good at streaming.
Oh my gosh, or be on time.
Look, I am never going to be able to make anybody from OTK be on time ever. I'm sure when we actually look at the third series, there was somebody from OTK who was late. If anybody from OTK played in week 3, they were definitely not on time. Oh, look, now, once again, for the rain, we have a face, I believe, probably 3 times he's been.
Oh, MMG. Yeah, MMG is definitely the guy. I love the charisma, the entertainment he brought. And with him specifically, it was really cool to see how his Madden NFL 23 IQ compared to the likes of NFL legends. I think that, you kind of have to give MMG the title of probably one of the best, if not the best Madden player throughout the entire season. Because, that matchup was really cool, but also at the times when he pulled ahead, where you would start to see him be like, okay, I'm going to go for fantasy points and stuff like that. This was a great matchup as well. And Tectone was definitely late. I don't know what it was with OTK players and just not installing the game ahead of time. Like, wait, what, dude? Wait, I was supposed to install your game, dude? maybe it was for them to strategize more, delay the game so they can talk to their team. Because you guys, it's so funny how even despite all of these difficulties, you guys still end up #1.
It's so funny though, because it's just so OTK. Like, we'll have a meeting, and S-Fan will show up late, and he'll be like, yeah, wait, dude, I thought it was on PST time. It's like, dude, we all live in Austin. Why?
And then this one with Complexity Gaming and X. The one reason I really love this, because this was actually the first time that we had someone who wasn't a gaming content creator per se by nature, or a pro player who was part of a team. T Grizzly, even though he is an artist, he actually has one of the biggest and one of the highly engaged Grand Theft Auto servers. So he's really big in that space. But it's just so fascinating to see how, yes, he still does music, but he's been so heavily into gaming. So we got to get a little sneak peek during that week series.
Well, let's take a deep dive right now and watch all of the best moments with those players from week number 3. We are live in the We Play Esports Arena, and it's Tuesday night. You know what that means.
No way! Is there overtime? Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Oh, no! Dude, what? Go get it! Oh! Yeah! I'm gonna ice it. Oh. Mooney, they said that's your goal. You got one. Oh! Okay! That's it. Go! Nice.
Let's go. Easy. No, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Surely they don't. Okay, maybe they really do know what to do.
Or who's gonna take over?
Save it!
Get that! Get it!
Save it!
Oh. There you go, Clara.
Oh my god, at least I got 1 goal. Let's go.
Right.
It's free. It's free.
Right.
Get it! Let's go!
I got it! Oh! Hold on. Back it in!
Oh, you gonna stop him?
Uh-oh. Get out of there.
No! Get it out! No! TK, anyone can take it at this point.
Oh, it's a save!
Hit on. Yep, I got right. Oh, that's in there. That's in there. That worked me. Oh, that's in there. Head on collision. That's me right there. That's me right there.
Now 3-1, meaning luminosity.
My aim. Oh! You like that with me?
Somebody else should. All right, Huskers eating them up. Let's hop into the team speak.
Oh, chill! Bro, they cheated, bro, huh?
No building.
Are you kidding me?
You got a real gun.
Did I get any kills? Did I get any kills?
No way! Spawned him in on high ground? Jesus Christ, just give him a medal that says you win for free! Holy, man!
Get her. Let's go!
We got pretty good, pretty fast. This is awesome. Get it, man. You just team effort. We did a good job, though, man, overall. I love it.
Opposition for y'all, man. Go find y'all best three, and man, we gonna take them out. We want all the smoke.
Okay.
Go find your best three. We want the smoke.
All right.
Hey, interrupting the hosts.
When was the Renaissance? Oh my God, I am the winner.
All right, challenging the ref. There you go, Guy Blaze. I'm about to throw this pin at him. You know, I bet everybody watched that play was like, oh.
What?
Replay, just looked at the footage. She cannot do that. He said that you can't do. Yeah, go get him. Go get him. She's coming, guys. Yo. She's going. Hit him with the low tackle. Okay? Offsides! That's offsides!
And I feel like this is one of those points where we really start to see the games change as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also had the implementation of a referee telling us when there's a flag on the play for something we said or did. That was actually an interesting component that we added for that week.
Yeah. I think it only lasted that week, too. I don't know where Slice has been since then. But yeah, no, it was very cool. That was like one of the moments, too, where you start to say, okay, do we have teams that are starting to pull ahead? Because you start to have enough of a track record to be like, okay, all right, you're looking pretty solid, but you know that anything can happen still, especially when the games are changing. But that's one of the weeks where you start to maybe cement your favorites. Tectone played really well, and I feel like for OTK in particular, if I had to say one of the advantages for OTK that they ended up having was probably the frequency that, Tectone and S-Fan were here, because they start to get acclimated to all the games. They know what it actually takes to win, and I do think having them frequently helps.
Yeah, I mean, and being able to know what the format is just based off of experience alone, and then like you were saying, at that time, I believe we weren't really entirely changing the games as a whole. It was pretty consistent. So, if they had that experience already with Rocket League and Fortnite, I believe Tectone had the similar format later on, which we'll talk a little bit later. But
with more Fall Guys.
With more Fall Guys, but at least having one of the previous tiles that he played on.
Yeah, and the thing was Fall Guys was more in his wheelhouse, but you instantly know that you can't afford to drop both of the games, right? How important that 1 point is going to be. And we're going to see that embodied once we actually look at what happened during week number 4. Let's look at the faces who made up those series. And starting things off, we're going to be looking at Complexity Gaming. And this was a big week for Complexity Gaming, if you remember, because this is when it was like, okay, Complexity needs to start getting some points on the board. It's becoming do or die by week number 4.
Yeah, and then I also believe this was around the time that the Reign was starting to really pick up steam to be towards the top of the standings as well.
Yeah, the beginning was kind of their best time in the season. So yeah, this was a big moment. And if I remember correctly, we're going to see in a second as we actually do look at some of those moments, it continued to be that. And then after that, it was LG up against XSET.
Yeah, with XSET, you see Super Evan. And what's great is we see so many different FPS content creators a little bit out of their elements in some shape or form, right? Yeah. We saw plenty of first-person shooter content creators and streamers playing Rocket League, right? And it just shows kind of like a great testament to the game itself, that it takes a lot of skills in itself, and implementing different mechanics and systems and boosts. You could tell that some people weren't accustomed to it, but that was a differentiating factor between who performed well and who didn't. Just these little things.
Yeah, and let's see how that actually did shape up in week number 4 as we watch the recap. Your org so far has not gotten a single win. Is that a little bit of extra pressure on you?
You know what? I think I got to be the hero,
Go ahead.
love the camera angles that we have for 3 of our players right here as we get our first goal.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get this. Get in there, get in there, let's get it. Get in there, baby. Get in there. Oh yeah, in there! In there! Let's go!
No. Hey, yo, these guys are nasty, bro. Got it, boys. I got it, boys. I know. Bro, this guy's insane. I got it. No, bro. Oh, my God, dude.
Bro, we was close on that one. Oh my God.
Dude, Miko again.
That's easy. That's easy. Yes, sir. Baby. Yes, sir.
They just need to get more setups. They need to work as a team. Oh my gosh.
It's the final.
That was it. That was it.
It's good. Oh no! No! Bro, what is this, bro?
We're confused about what's going on. Look, I hear them screaming in the back. This is hilarious.
Oh, repulse.
Yeah. He gonna fall right through though.
Shit.
He just fell right through.
Way smarter. Oh, am I flipping them? I'm flipping them. I'm flipping the names of the teams. But you know what I'm saying. There you go.
That's it. That's it. Repulse absolutely
actually
carrying his
took the
team. You see the call outs. You see the stand up.
Let's go, boys.
Ooh, he juiced me. Damn, they got it. He put it right. Oh, that's gonna go in. Damn.
Get in there. Oh. Get it. No. That's the wrong way.
No, boys. Get it. No. Yes.
Hey! Nice to you, man.
Another one. Hey, put it in the middle. Oh, it's still in the middle. Oh, shit. Yeah, they're going to get that one. What's all right? We get it back. Just get it back. Oh, it's coming at you right there.
Oh my God!
Damn, he got the bounce on it.
Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. Come on, Trey. That boy. Yes, sir.
Yep, I dropped him.
Get him. You right. Oh.
Yo, I got that.
I'm losing that fucking set.
Let's go.
Damn, kid. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, God. Stay up there. Get the rhythm. You got this, Pierre.
They needed to bring down one guy, but this man will not fall. How does it feel to win like that?
And the 1v3 put me on the Sports Center top 10. Come on now. Come on, baby.
I think that's very well deserved.
That was cool.
And we will see you next Tuesday night for another night of NFL Tuesday Night Gaming. This is, once again, one of the big points of the season because you're just about at the halfway mark. So you start looking at all these teams, and for one time, finally, you go, okay, I think I know who the best teams are. But with the way that the format was structured, you knew that a lot of the teams could come back if they had solid performances.
And then at that point, too, we started to see teams that weren't picking up steam originally that were starting to. For example, it's around that time, I believe, Exet was starting to pick up steam to push us in the upper echelon of the standings. But of course, you know, the story didn't end that way. However, it just shows you that, like you were saying, based upon the formatting, anything could change. Like, you literally can have teams that go night and day from bottom to towards the top. And we saw that as the weeks progressed.
The question at this point starts to be scheduling too, right? If you're going to take it from like the hyper-competitive standpoint, you start to look at all the squads and you say, okay, if the head-to-head starts to be a team that has either been doing relatively well or a team that's been doing poorly, or where are the points going to, if you have a split, are points being taken away from some of the teams that are competing for that 1 spot or that 2 spot, because you start to have a lot of the matchups with like, it was honestly like LG and Complexity when they were a little bit lower, and you're like, wait, they can grab both the points. That's just going to cause a tie between some of the teams that are in the higher end. So how is it actually going to affect things? But that was about halfway through the season, which means we are ready to jump into our halftime show, which is sponsored by the new original movie, Fantasy Football, which is now streaming exclusively on Paramount+. But let's see what happened as we jump into our halftime show.
So speaking of the movie itself, for those who don't know, when it comes to Paramount Plus original movie Fantasy Football, like I was mentioning, there's a character named Callie. And of course, she has a beautiful bond with her dad, but her dad isn't the greatest at football. But she came in and said, give me the controller. I'll improve your skills. And that's exactly what she did when he was an NFL running back. And she controlled his play on the field using EA Sports Madden 23, making him a star. And, you know, we're wondering, is she able to keep that power a secret? I mean, we will find out when we check out the trailer. But like we were saying, like, life would be so fascinating if you can control people. Not even like through Madden, but like, what if you had like other games that like Sims? Like, I would love for someone to do adulting stuff for me, because there's some things I don't want to do.
I would
like
still,
taxes.
I'd still be sitting there taking the old ladder out of the swimming pool, seeing what's gonna happen, remove all the doors when the toaster's been plugged in slightly too long. I would do nothing but bring wanton destruction in The Sims. But I am curious the moment that she finds out that she has that ability, because my first reaction would be not to help my father, but to make everybody else play terribly. I'd be controlling, I'd pick random people, and I would just watch it all burn down to the ground.
I mean, let's see if we can find out if we get some of your answers in the trailer.
Whoa. Okay, Dad. Let's get that rating up.
The game has some sort of power over me.
He went from rickety old man to some kind of superhero overnight.
Some questionable dance moves.
What are you doing?
I'm just pressing some buttons.
What is the secret?
Playing a lot of Madden.
Fantasy Football original movie now streaming.
I got my butt back.
What?
On Paramount+.
Man, I'm actually interested in watching this movie, not only because it's gaming implemented into it, but I'm actually curious to see like how, like, you know, the components of like how she's controlling it via the game itself. Does she even know that her dad's being controlled while she's playing, or is it something she finds out later on? I'm actually interested in finding out.
Yeah, there has to be at least one moment where she has no idea, right? And it's absolute chaos. I'm looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds as well. And you can check it out exclusively on Paramount Plus, and you can find out. And man, it starts to make me think too, just about some of the crazy moments that we've had with families here at Tuesday Night Gaming. So one of the things that we actually got to do over the holidays was we got to see all of the players and their families playing games together here. A little bit of a deviation from the regular season that we had at Tuesday Night Gaming.
Yeah, and we see content creators paired up with NFL legends and their kids. It was a super exciting experience and moment. And also, it was a great opportunity to see the dynamics of the NFL legends with their kids playing along with some creators that maybe they were fans of.
Yeah, I mean, you also just get to see how much, you know, these moments bring families together. And one of the things I loved about it as well was it all happened during the holidays. Yeah. So we're going to be taking a look at everything that happened at the two events that happened, these family game nights. And one was over Halloween, one was during Thanksgiving. If you didn't get to watch all of it, let's check out everything that went down.
Hey, good job, you qualified.
I'm ready.
You don't have to move this. Oh, I'm out. Yeah. All right. Oh, I just fell too. What? Everybody's here. Why would he? Wow.
You see that?
Got your revenge.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I think we might. Oh, he's sabotaging him. Oh my gosh.
We made it. You can make it.
All right, you got this.
Look at
Don't fall off. Don't fall off.
You got this.
Not get hit.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh. He got it. There we go.
You made it.
Oh.
Oh, you got this. You got this. No, no, no. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hold on, Kai. Yep.
And the timer just started. You did it though. There we go. There we go. And the slime. Oh. It's been absolutely amazing. Oh, Zachary Zaxter just went down. We also have Saikuno and Lily Pichu joining us as well. So the competition's fierce in this one, that's for sure. So it looks like Chris Johnson was able to qualify. And move on to the next.
I lost.
You lose, bro.
Run!
Oh my gosh. Bro, you made me lose, man.
Saikuno's still in this. That's the screen we're watching right now. Hopefully. Oh, someone held him to take him out.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yes, sir!
Qualified.
That's awesome. Way to go.
I'm on the way!
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Bro, they're too close to me. I won!
Oh, congratulations.
Let's go.
We got our first win on the board. Please join me in welcoming DeMarcus Ware, his son DeMarcus Jr., and Marley. Oh my God.
Oh, sir.
On the first attempt, we have a winner.
Wait, how do you die?
Here we go.
X.
Oh, there we go.
God.
You guys got this. Only one more person you got out to. No! Jeez.
Oh, you're so good.
Too.
You got this one.
Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
what
God.
a first try.
Set him up. Set him up.
Oh my God. Oh!
He's crazy.
That was so close.
Come aggressive.
Come here.
She's out of control.
One, two, three. There we go.
Oh man, that brings me back to like that. Just watching that whole experience brings me back to my childhood, right? Where you have slime, right? And then also it's just amazing and a beautiful experience to see just the bonding that the dads have with their kids. Because, you know, for those who are a little bit older, we remember growing up playing video games on the couch next to friends with parents or anyone. And just that kind of bond building experience is something that we still see today on the digital front, but it's always great to have it face to face.
I like seeing parents get demolished at video games. I never want to see a parent win in a video game competition ever. I love seeing the kids come out on top. I'm very reminiscent, you know, Thanksgiving not that long ago.
Yeah.
I was talking to my dad about times we used to play a bunch of different games against each other, and every single victory that I have, I still try to hold over him and just be like, you remember that one time I beat you? And so I love seeing the kids come out on top nice and early. And also, it is really cool to see him like going head to head with Sakuno. And Sakuno's really good at Fall Guys as well. Like, really good. And just seeing all the kids who are playing being just as good as Sakuno, you really start to see how good they are at the game.
Yeah, I mean, they were doing a tremendous job, and you can see it with Sakuno's face. He was just like, oh my gosh, I'm getting whooped right now. And they provided good competition for him.
Sakuno's literally in the advertisement for Fall Guys. That's how good Sakuno is at Fall Guys. Sakuno plays Fall Guys. If Sakuno wants to play Fall Guys 12 hours a day, Sakuno can play Fall Guys 12 hours a day. He's the best of the best, and they were coming out, and they were putting on a show.
I mean, listen, for content creators like him who are part of NFL Tuesday Night Gaming, kids weren't the only competition that they had. There was more competition with I believe it's week 5, continuing on with the NFL Tuesday Night Gaming. Let's check out the teams that played during that week. Asfan again!
Yeah, and this one was fun as well because it was when Extra Emily was up against S-Fan. Obviously, the two of them very good friends. S-Fan, Emily, and a whole bunch of the streamers in Austin. We get to make a lot of content together. So seeing them go head-to-head was great. Also, on the OTK side, Emily has won more OTK game shows than anyone else. She's
wow.
Genius, like actual genius. I think she's won the season finale like 3 times to the game show. So not only is she a good gamer, she's brilliant. Ivy League student as well. So incredibly smart person, incredibly good at games.
Yeah, and speaking of incredibly great at games, the other competitors, the content creators, are really great as well. And I also want to shine a little bit of light on Ewok for XSET because this series was a great experience because, for those who don't know, Ewok is deaf, and it shows that no matter what, you know, whether you have disabilities, whether you come from different walks of life, there's still opportunities for many people to play games and to compete in gaming.
Yep, Ewok, absolute gamer as well. Like, just blowing up the scene. I'm trying to think when exactly it would have been in Fortnite. Like, I'm trying to remember how long back it really was. But.
So I think, okay, so Ewok is I think like 17 years old. So I think it was maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah,
about 3 years ago.
Right,
that I started to blow up. But speaking of gameplay, let's actually take a look at the recap video for week 5.
Hello, everyone. I'm Avalie, and it's Naomi Kyle.
It's me. Hey, guys.
Extra Emily is a menace. She's dangerous.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Sorry. No. Yeah, I'm a really good gamer. I will destroy S-Fan and his team without mercy.
So
yes, I definitely heard about Mirror's Edge, and looks like we already got 1 point for OTK.
Our pro Rocket League esports player, and I am getting confirmation right now that this is officially a 1 versus 3 scenario.
Okay, here we go. Another. Yeah, well, all by myself.
Good job. And now he's up.
As I'm talking about his disadvantage, clearly he's got a handle on this. All right, good job.
And we are immediately jumping into the game with a goal already scored by Boston Scott.
Boston, are you 1v3?
I'm using Bright Tactics. Oh my god.
Are you about to hit it? Oh, man, I can't do it.
Wow.
That was so hard to watch. I'm so sorry, Cognito.
We just put the ball in Boston's hands and, we saw what he could do.
Hold the phone, what?
Rich is playing.
Hold up, OTK substitution. S-Fan out. We needed to find another OTK member last minute. Who is it gonna be? None other than Rich Campbell.
Now, I want to say, I don't know if there are a lot of updates for Fall Guys, but it looks like we've got all the team players except for S-Fan, of course, Rich playing in his place, but S-Fan will be in the sidelines coaching the team.
No! Yeah!
Guess we go again.
Okay, got it.
It is wild to see how much things change, but let's see how much the scoreboard is going to change after this next series, because it's coming up right now.
Five minutes on the clock. Ewok actually taking a selfie. Should be picking up.
Hey, my man. Hey, TNG player, you're doing a little too much. Stay out of there. Hussein Bolt.
Oh, there we go. I got this one.
There we go, baby.
Let's go in.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, that's how we dominate.
Oh, get it out of there.
Who just scored? Somebody cheating. Oh. Oh, my gosh.
Gosh.
I see what's going on here.
Oh, no. Okay, I might have cleared it. Oh, my God.
Oh, who is this TNG player doing? He's a cheater, man.
Oh, no. No, don't let me get the easy one. Oh.
No. It ain't me. It's the controller. My controller ain't working. Oh. No way. Get that out of there. There's no way. Look at that.
No way.
Oh my gosh, man. There's no way. This guy, Matt, comes out of nowhere like he's Ray Lewis. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, get out of there. No, that's. Hey, get out of. No. How?
No, they got this.
All right, I'll give him that.
Right? Oh.
There you go, Hexaring to kick off. We are getting into Fall Guys here.
Hey, get up, man. What you doing? Stop playing like that. I'm
gonna cut this one off. I'm gonna cut this one off.
Yes. Get him out of there. Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
We won.
We won that one. We had to win that one. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Man.
Yeah, it's the bromance at its finest.
Here we go to Hexaring. Let's see who gets kicked off for the final match.
Oh, he got. Oh, what? The walls are moving in.
War zone.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
If he's an Ohio State guy, then I take that back. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
I didn't even notice when we jumped into that match card at first, but then once we started watching the replay, this was one of my favorite weeks. I think it was just one of the... It was a moment that you could not see coming. So we knew that Boston Scott was going to be good at Rocket League. We knew that, but what ends up happening is that there was a situation where like a player hadn't connected to the game or something like that, but they actually started playing the game. Boston did not realize, and Boston 1v3'd the other team, winning, and it counted. And Boston, I started interviewing Boston, and he's like, yeah, I did not mean to be rude. Like, I didn't know. I was warming up. I was practicing. And it was so funny to see this moment where he was so disgusting that even when he's not trying, he's able to 1v3 everybody who's playing. But also this humble moment where he's like, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Like, I did not mean to win. I'm so sorry.
It was also a great moment, too, because it showed that NFL players can be professionals within the NFL, and they can also be pro esports players as well, as we've seen. But he wasn't the only NFL player that was showing his skill sets. I mean, obviously he was the best at Rocket League, but there was a kicker on